Bum, 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 bum. Popular. Waka, bum, 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 bum. Ba-bum. Hello. We are back. We are gonna play some games. Yeah. Time to play some games. Welcome back to the stream. My name is Sudai Muneka, and you are part of the snack pack. And I think I broke my VTuber avatar. My poor baby. What is wrong? No, reset you. Come on, baby girl. Or boy, or baby slime. I broke him. No, it was not on purpose, I swear. Come on. Oh no. I have to restart him. I'm so sorry. I'm a horrible streaming parent to my poor avatar. There we go. Hi, baby. I'm so sorry I broke you. I guess I can't go headbang when I want to listen to music. Hi, everybody. I can't believe I have to do this. You know, fuck it. I'm dropping in on your damn chat. You, How could you? I can't believe Pudding Fingers locked me out. Alright, I'm gonna mute the desktop now. Alright. We are gonna play Coral Island again, because I am loving it. Listen to his music in the background. I didn't realize this game took so long to load. Oh, I got a new follower while I was offline. Alright, first thing, we're going to check our mail. We're going to harvest what we can harvest. The lab is now looking for suitable diving candidates. All applicants must conduct on-site testing for compatibility. Visit the diving pier for more information. Ling, head of Starlight Laboratory. Interesting. Yes, it is a journal quest. Thank you. Take that where we can. Yes, that's how you naturally water plants. You just chuck them mofos. Alright, we're gonna sell the one lettuce, the one turnip. I guess these we're getting our damn house upgraded. Cause I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do stuff. Yeah. I got a good chunk of money right now. I could buy some seeds and really make money. I wonder if, much like other games I've experienced. Here, let me hold. Before I forget, where's the master volume? Audio. Oh, I think I already did lower this. But just in case. No, not exit. Apply. Yes. Back. It's only 7 a.m., so odds are... Have I met you? That people around here are a little bit rude sometimes. Oh, you're nothing like what I expected. Okay, what you expect? I'm me. What I get? Oh, farming getting started. You discovered a book. Oh, add it to the library. I met you? Who are you? Blue hair, beautiful. Blue hair. You're a doctor? Oh, I love the tattoos. Yes, Sudai, as in Sudai. And that has to be Peanut, right? Yeah, it is. Hey, Peanut, you're so cute. I've met you. I didn't think I've met you. Hello. Cool. Alright, so let's make our way. It's almost 9 o'clock. So that means that our little... What is that? Oh, it's a bug. I can't touch him. What is up with all these... Ugh. I didn't even notice them right now. What are those things? I'm going to walk the opposite direction. I'm going to try and just go to the carpenter. Mind my own damn business. I don't need to be messing with the weird black slimy looking vines. Yeah. Wrong way. Oh, trash can. Yeah, I got a pile of trash. Bug. After the carpenter, we're coming back to the supermarket or the store. And we're going to buy ourselves some seeds. Oh, there's a duck. Who are you? Oh, it's you, bro. What's up? Did you realize your name was Ben? Just like my son. Except you're a hippie. Nobody knows what you mean, Ben. Like, totally awesome, bro. Keep it going. Please be available now. I am ready to upgrade my house and be functional. Please tell me the work is done. Let's head over to your farm repair. What? Oh? Oh, I have to travel all the way back to get what I need. No. Hi, go ahead. Whatever question you got, I'll try my best to answer. Now move it and help me get your stuff inside. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I have actual stuffs. Cool. Do I think society has peaked? No. I think society still needs a lot of work. Odd question to ask, but I'm not uncomfortable answering. But no, I don't think society has peaked. If we would have peaked, we'd also find ourselves in a plateau. And there's definitely not a plateau. Ba-ba. At least we have a TV now and what looks to be a closet. And I guess an area rug works. Might find same thing you like. So just like Stardew Valley, the more I put into it, the better. Go for it, man. If the federal government actually responds to that, I'd love to hear what they say. A lot of times you'll just get the okay hippie. Got some cousins helping now. It's a family business. Cool. Feel free to visit when you have time. Okay, in the middle of town. It'd be hard to find. It's not hard to find. It just takes forever to get around. Did you forget something? What'd you forget? Come on, Yoko. What about the TV? It's a huge TV, but not in the screen size. Thanks for the free old ass TV. Oh my gosh, save it in a minute. It's old and bulky. Go for it, man. You don't have to follow if you don't want to, but I'm willing to answer questions. Always fun to keep conversation going. Gets good amount of channels too, like the weather. I would hope to get the weather. I mean, static's not very fun. Sometimes you gotta smack a good. God, this is such an old TV. You gotta smack it. Maybe put it on timeout once in a while. Like the weather reports. Yeah. You can skip watering crops, go fishing or something. Oh man, they really took a lot from Stardew Valley, which I don't mind, but I do love the writing in it. Mm. Okay. All for now. See you around. See ya. Don't forget about the furniture store. I have no idea what a parrot. Oh my god! No, that's a tongue twister. English is my second language. I ain't trying to twist it up with a third one. But I'd love to know what the actual answer to that question is and what you're referring to. Oh, thank you for the follow. You didn't have to. I appreciate it. You're always welcome to come in for these kind of questions. I love getting some banter when I can. Especially if you can tongue tie me like that. Alright, so we've got... Oh yeah, we gotta go back. We need the blacksmith. We need to buy some seeds. Alright. Play more with Claymore. I like that. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your night. Hopefully you stop by again. Alright, let's see. We need seeds from the store. We need the blacksmith. We need to make... I'm going to try and be as efficient as I can with this move. So, supermarket or store, whatever we want to call it. Alright. Can I pick from the shelves? Nope. Just straight from Sam. Have I met... Yeah, it's just Ben. Hard to tell from the angle I was in. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, no. Wait, it's 500? Yes, upgrade the bag. Alright, let's shop. 4 days, 5 days for potatoes, 7 days for carrots. There's fertilizer, costs 40. I think I'm gonna buy out as much potato as I can. And even though it takes 5 days, there we go. It will give us a good payout in 5 days. And that's what we need. Alright, blacksmith. Let's go get the little chest we've got on us opened up. See what we got. Nope, not that way, huh? They're right up here. Maple seeds, we got plenty of those. We can make snacks again. I'm gonna blast some music on here because the ambient music is so quiet. Bum, bum, music. All right, gonna give this a second. Okay. Okay, we got glass again. Okay. We don't have any money to spend on anything here, so let's go. Because we were smart. We spent everything with $4 or 4 coral coins. Let's make sure we switch the seats up. Okay. Oh, I thought I bought more seeds than that. Okay, so we've got that. We can send. Oh, I opened the wrong one. Got another coffer. We're gonna hold on to stone and wood for a bit. Time is it? Oh, we can actually make it to the back to the blacksmith. All right, let's turn on the music now. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Actually, I really want to change it up. Mm-mm-mm. No, how much gold does it cost? 20 gold. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, my bag did get a humongous upgrade. Okay, never mind. I'm not complaining now. Papa go. Bum 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 bum. Ah, yeah. All right, let's chop down some of these trees. Increase visibility for myself. All right, it's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost 7. Not too late yet. Hey, Foxy, work was a thing. I got grilled by 2 managers at the same time for my review this week, which sucks, but it is what it is. So now I get to chill and relax and chop down a lot of trees out of just because I need to. Yeah, it wasn't fun, but thankfully I've learned to fight my own fight with them, so I spoke my mind. I caught that they didn't care for what I had to say, but they also couldn't argue against it because they know I was right. So I take joy in that much. It's like, yep, you're right. I messed up, but here's where you're not stepping up to the plate. And they all take it as like, we can own that, I guess. And it's like, yeah, you're going to have to because I have to own it. So that turned into a fun, well, we'll talk next week. Yeah, I'm still here. It's kind of fun when you can do that to your managers because it's not an own, but at least you get to say, hey, I threw out my best punches just like you did. Nobody walked away clean. All right, bedtime. Next day. I don't have any clothes. I don't really need to start a fire. Oh, I can't start a fire. Okay. Okay, we got 16. Oh, I really don't want to sell stone and gathering at the lake tomorrow to celebrate the start of spring, the festival. Alright, so tomorrow between 9 and 2, I have to be by the lake. Yeah, my job's kind of interesting because you have to be able to basically make a legal argument or a legal defense in my field, but we're not technically legal. So it's always fun when your boss tells you, like, well, how do you explain this? Well, you see, the circumstances behind that action were part of your miscommunication, and it's like, well, not an excuse. It's like, you're right. What happened on your part then? So it's fun and it's not, because in the end they can still have the power to write you up anyways. Alright, so we're gonna keep taking the forestry out of the forest here. What about you, Foxy? What up with today? I can't discuss too much of what I actually do, especially not on a stream, just because I'm on some pretty hefty contracts that prohibit me from discussing openly. But I will say I am part tech support and part executive level services. If that makes... I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but it's just the way these companies essentially run things now. If you work in certain areas, you can barely tell anybody what you actually do, or let alone where you work in some cases. And I've been in one of those departments where I was there for 5 years and could not really tell anybody what I did because it would possibly cost me millions of dollars in lawsuits and the company millions of dollars in losses. And not the CIA. I can assure you it's not anything that fun or cool, but it is definitely high level stuff that does not pay you for what you do. Like, it's one of those, like, your job is really important. We're not going to pay you that much more than everybody else, though. It's like, okay. But I get to keep my job, so. I can say that for what I've seen going on, like, at Twitter, I'm just like, man, I'm so glad I don't work for that one. It'd be such a shit show right now. I mean, if you really think about it, any job you get it's outside of face-to-face customer service and you're at a desk or anything, nobody's really getting paid a fair wage for what they do. I mean, that's just the way the world works. Even people who go, oh, I make 6 figures, I can assure you they feel underpaid. Because nobody is getting what they deserve to be paid unless they're basically in the CEO levels of employment. Or they have stock options, which I used to have. They took that away. That's why I do this. I need something to do that's fun and relaxing, and I could just chill whether somebody's here or not. I'm gonna play my game, and they can, join it or not. Or as I told my wife, it's like if it wasn't for the fact that it's against TOS, I just sit here, play my games, and rip ass and not give a fuck. But unfortunately, ripping ass on microphone is not allowed anymore. So I can't make my fortune doing that. Although I don't think anybody would want to pay for that anymore. I'm not a cute gamer girl for that kind of stuff. Oh man, I'm exhausted again. It's only not even noon. I'm a lousy farmer if that's the case. Alright, let's Alright, 3 is my limit. Okay. You can have it that way. And besides, the one thing I am glad is I dropped out of college pretty early on, mostly because I felt like I was just not... I was wasting my time because I didn't know what I wanted to really do. And now that so many of my friends, have been out of college for years, but they're still in so much debt that they're essentially making the same amount of money I'm making right now. And it's like, I have the potential to keep making money, and it's not going to go into student debt. So I think I took a pretty wise decision for the time being. All right, time to hit the rocks. So say I always forget I'm on the other side of the stream, so you guys catching up with what I'm saying, it's kind of hilarious. I mean, think about it. People like Amaranth make a fortune doing hot tub streams and stuff, but right before hot tub streams were allowed, there was a short period of time where women on Twitch were doing fart streams, a variation of ASMR stuff, and they took it off and made it, not terms of service. Which I disagree. It's like, if people are willing to pay to listen to it, let them have it. It's not my thing, but it's sure as heck. Oh, what'd I find? A geode. Neat. I'm about to get exhausted again. No, it was more than tub streams. There was I can't remember her name, but there was one person who became pretty popular for it and then started jarring up the farts and selling them via mail order. And was it last year, I think? They had to retire from doing that because it was causing them so much intestinal stress to keep up with not just the diet, but the process that they had to have a colonoscopy to make sure that they were going to be able to, stay alive. So it was a thing. I'm not my thing, but it was a thing. The llamas are cute. Oh my god, my friend was right. And the cows, I still love the cows. Oh my god, I need a plushie of these cows. Oh my god, these cows are beautiful. The horses are right. But the cows, I need me the cows. I love that this game. Oh, I need a pig. I need a pig in my life now. Turn this way, piggy. Oh, I'm gonna force you. Don't make. Oh, come on, turn. Oh my god, you're so stinking cute. And so is the goat. Or that's the lamb. The goat's cool too, but the llamas and the cows, holy smack. All right. I keep forgetting that my wife just helped me paint my nails, and I keep putting my nails by my lip, and it's like, oh, it smells. Oh yeah, nails. Ooh, I can harvest stuff. Oh, neat. It doesn't take my energy to do that. So let's find some more harvestables. I can't take anything from here. Hey, girl, what's up? How much further did you get into this while I was working? Foxy, did I just educate you on the fart SMR fad that went through Twitch? Good lord, you're in day 20? I just hit day 6. Ah! Good job. I better go back home. My character's exhausted. So, girl, I was telling Foxy over here about the ASMR trend that went through Twitch with the people who were doing basically fart SMR. There was mostly women doing it, and Twitch had to step in and go, no. That's where we draw the line. Nudity and farts. Oh, I need the fast travel unlock. Dang. I mean, I have a sword, but I'm not sure how long I'll survive in that cavern. Oh, don't tell me you're yet another person that's never heard of it. You're sad that you know now. Well, Foxy, if I have to know the knowledge, I have to share it with people so they can suffer just as much as I do. Yes, to re-educate here, for a short time, women, mostly women on Twitch, were having literal like fart ASMR videos where they would put the mic in the proper area and just let it go, and they were getting insane amount of subscriptions and tips and whatnot. And Twitch, and this is around the same time that hot tub streams started to pick up. So Twitch kind of had to pick their battle between the fart SMR or the hot tub streams. And they chose the hot tub streams as the okay, we'll let you have that one. But let's face it, the reality is like, oh, you're getting how many bits per stream? How many subscriptions? Yeah, we'll let you do that. The farting is disgusting though. So one of the more popular women that was doing this kept doing it in other sites. The one with the hub and the P in the first part of the name. And made a fortune by also selling cans of her farts. I mean, jars of her farts. You could get a freshly jarred fart for $50. And unfortunately for her, last year or the year before, I lost track of when it happened. She had to retire her intestines because it became too much of a strain, and she had to have a colonoscopy because of the complications that were arising from said activity. And doctor basically said, you gotta retire the fart. She still made a fortune, so don't feel too bad for her. I mean, she really, really made a fortune. So, good on her, but ew. Yeah, there's a few people that do it. Like I said, it was a thing for a while on Twitch. TikTok, I doubt will ever care, considering what rolls through TikTok and seems to just completely be okay with them. And the stuff that should be age restricted on TikTok, for God's sakes, keeps rolling through like it's nothing on that site. Alright, only thing I have to sell is that. I'm going to just gather more grass. You know what? Selling your tears. I call that salty gamer girl water. I'm sure if we market it correctly, you could sell vials of it. And the sad part is, I'm sure there's a guy or girl out there that's just dying to know that they can carry the sad tears of a girl around their neck or something. Foxy, we could make a fortune here. I'm gonna start calling up the waifus that I know, the waifu streamers, and be like, I need you to cry. I need you to cry a lot. Just think of like your puppy getting hit by a car. We'll start putting labels on that and selling it. Or better yet, we seal the tear in a drop of resin and make it a piece of art, and then really milk the money out of that. I mean, the best I'll ever get to do is maybe like one of my gray hairs gets sold on eBay. It's like, here, clone your own old man that streams on Twitch and plays video games. Oh, don't get me started with Coco. I cry so damn hard. Like, I will cry at the beginning of Up, guaranteed. No doubt ever. I will never not say that. Oh, I'm strong. I can get through this. Every time Up. You sit me down to watch Coco. Doesn't matter which time. There are so many moments in Coco where I just outright break down and cry because I'm just like, oh my god, why, I can't believe that happened, or I can't. It's like I've seen the movie so many damn times. I know it's gonna happen, and yet I still cry. I mean, I could fill up an entire, if we could drink tears, I could take water to places in the world that really need it right now. That and oh god, what was the other movie? Oh my gosh, what was this one? Oh, How to Train Your Dragon. The second one, I lost it with a dad. I just couldn't. Oh my gosh, when he sings to Grandma Coco, holy smokes! Oh, good. That's the one I was thinking about. I was trying to remember what I just watched with my daughter, and it was definitely Good Dinosaur. So many little scenes because I was fairly young when my dad passed away, so scenes like that always get to me because it just reminds me of that. So it's like Good Dinosaur, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire when Uncle Ben dies. I was just like, no, that's not fair, man. That's just like, I know he was gonna die, but I didn't need to walk through it again. Oh yeah, no, my dad passed away when I was 21, so it wasn't like I was a little kid. But I mean, if you look at the reality of life, 21, you're just a child with a little bit more liberty. You're nowhere near grown or adult really. And then my mom passed away when I was 31, about 2 years before my son was born. So been through the ringer. That's why I get, if I get emotional, that's like, you know what, it's healthy. Let's just do this. So I don't mind watching a movie that'll make me cry. It's just one of those, like, there are movies that I will not be able to hold the tears back. Yeah, it's definitely sad. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, but it's also one of those things where both of them passed away from very rare diseases. My mom's disease was Crest, which is so rare that there's no long-term studies on it because they can ever really catch it early enough and study it long enough to do anything with it. So it was one of those where both of them went fairly quick, and so they didn't suffer that much. The suffering was more on my family side. But at the same time, my brother and me really held it together. So the good thing is they raised us well enough to know how to process things like that. My parents were kind of forward thinking in that sense of like, it's okay to cry when you're sad. Especially my dad. My dad was born in 1927, so he was 40 when I was born. So I would have thought that man would have come in with that, old fashioned attitude, but no. Yeah, no, I don't blame anybody if they get emotional, especially if if you have them, make the best of everything you have with them. Like my older daughters, there was a very small window where they were just my second oldest was having just, I don't know, teenage angst where we could not get her to just genuinely be respectful or listen to us, and kind of gave us the cold shoulder for a while. And I gave her the honest truth, like, you know what, your grandma and your grandpa, I lost them too early, and I'm gonna tell you right now, be mad at me, but don't ignore me. because God forbid something happens to me, you're gonna be mad at yourself for the rest of your life. So I always tell people, it's like, regardless of your relationship, if your parents were fairly good people when you were young, they may not be maybe the best people to get along with right now, but it's like, make the best of it. They can be ignorant or they can be mean, but afterwards you're the one that has to like kind of deal with the aftermath of life. Snacks? Do I have snacks? How the hell did I leave 3 of these here? Oops. Just put it back where it was. Nope. I need that Geo. Never mind. Yeah, so my dad, when he was younger, because I have let's see, a brother that when I was about a month and a half old, I think he was in his mid-30s. And then I had one of my sisters pass away a few years ago, but I have 6 older sisters and a younger brother, and then a brother in between my sisters and me, and he's in his 50s almost. So we all have a pretty good sized gap between us, but we're still really close regardless. It was just one of those odd things when your siblings are old enough to be your parents. It's odd for other people, but for me, it's like, that's my sisters. That's my brother. Like, that's who I've always known. Like, there's no weirdness. But when you try and explain, like, one of my friends dated my niece because they're the same age, it was just really odd to say, oh yeah, his wife was actually my niece as well. That was an interesting conversation to have. It's like, oh, how'd they meet? Oh, she's my niece. And we're all in our 20s. It's like, yeah, it happens. All right, we were talking movies. So, somebody throw me what's the least favorite Pixar movie on your list? I won't say Disney because that's a humongous list, but Pixar's got a few that people universally despise. For me, it's I gotta say Cars 2 is my least favorite Pixar movie. That just makes absolutely no sense, and the movie's about living cars, and even then, it just makes no sense. Like the whole spy and Mater being a not double agent, but just a secret spy, quote unquote. It never made any sense to me, but it was a thing. Oh gosh, it's getting late now. Thought I was passing out again. Oh, that's enough. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you look at the Cars movies, Cars 1 is great. It has a great, kind of you're asking you to get grounded in reality kind of story. And then you watch the third one, and it kind of gives a different kind of grounding of reality. Like, yeah, you made a name for yourself, you did everything you wanted to do, but time does move forward with or without you. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna age out. And it could the trilogy could have done without the second one. Like you could have never released Cars 2, and 1 and 3 would have been just perfect. Meet me at the general store when you have time, Sam. Okay. I gotta go do the little plaza, or no, the beach thing. Mm-mm. Damn it, Crow. Stay away from my potatoes. I love Up. I think Up is a masterpiece as far as those first like 10 minutes are absolutely amazing. And thankfully the whole movie holds up really well. Um Again, it's just one of those movies that will make me cry, especially when you see him accepting the badge with oh gosh, I forgot his name, but you know what I mean. That really got me. I was like, that's like a sweet moment outright. Like, it had no right to be that good in that sense. Yeah, if somebody tells me that they watched the first five of Up and they have no reaction, I don't think they have an emotional bone in their body. Because it's a heart wrenching little moment, especially as you get older and you kind of know people that are going through stuff like that. You know, you're just kind of like, ouch. Like, I know how much that hurts. Like, that is just not a good place to be in. I love Doug. I love the little Doug miniseries on Disney Plus. It was so much fun to watch. I kind of hate that the actor who played the old man turned out to be kind of a nut in the end in his last years, and said some pretty crazy things in general. Just the kind of thing that gets you canceled nowadays. So I was like, oh, that's really a shame. But, you know, he was old. He passed away. And now it's like you can kind of ignore it now. It was long after the movie came out, so it didn't really impact anything at that point. Alright, I got enough money to open up the Geode now. Mm-mm. What time do you open? What the heck? 9 o'clock. What time is it? Oh, 9 o'clock. Nice timing. Yeah, my son's 9 years old, so a lot of this like newer stuff started coming out recently, and I've been loving just watching that with him when we get a chance. I really hate that I can't get him to watch some of the more modern, not the modern, some of the older stuff I grew up with, like Gremlins and stuff. I got lucky to get him to see the Home Alone movies, or at least the first one, because that's the only one I really care about. He saw the second one. He's obsessed with wanting to visit New York one day, which I'm down for. The Brown's Hammer. Oh, it's an artifact, not a tool. Yeah, I can't use it. Ah. I'm going to assume the artifact goes in the museum. I can't get him to sit through Gremlins. He just won't. And I keep explaining that if he sits through Gremlins 1, we will watch Gremlins 2, and he will be obsessed with Gremlins 2. But, you know, he's just one of those kids. Although I can get him to watch other stuff. We love the Jurassic Park movies. He's been a Ghostbusters kid since before he could even speak. And I mean that like literally. One day he just wouldn't stop crying. And can't harvest that? Okay. We couldn't get him to stop crying, and then we just started putting movies on, and Ghostbusters happened to be one of them, just to see. We joked about it. I was like, I don't know, it's either going to scare him or he's just going to be like, what is that? And sure enough, we put it on and his little face lit up, and we kind of converted him into a Ghostbusters fan. He's the kid who has the firehouse, multiple Ecto-1s, costumes. We just kind of like encourage it because it's gotten him into science. So it's like I am not going to discourage a kid is into science, even if it's because of Ghostbusters. There we go. There's the event. Or is this the diving one? Nope, this is the diving one. I haven't seen the third one. My daughter took my son to see it in theaters, and he loved it. I will be watching it eventually. It's on demand now, and I think we have it reserved. But he seemed to have enjoyed it. I'm kind of burned out on Chris Pratt personally. Loved him in Parks and Rec and enjoyed him in a lot of other stuff he did prior to really hitting it off. But I don't know. It's kind of like the Angelina Jolie effect of the early 2000s. It's one of those like you saw her in everything, and like she was good in the first Tomb Raider movie, and then she just got blown up into every movie she could possibly do for years after that. And I got to the point where I was like, I am so tired of looking at her. And Chris Pratt kind of is always Chris Pratt on screen to me. Like, it doesn't really tend to blend into his roles. Oh no, I loved him in Guardians. He was great in those movies. Just something about more recent films where he's been. I mean, that's like when I took my son to see Super Mario. We loved it. He was not. Chris Pratt was not a big feature for me in that movie. I think personally, Jack Black absolutely stole that entire movie. That guy put in like you could tell that he was. He could tell he was involved in something big. That what he was doing was not just another movie for him, and I appreciate that from him. The Peaches song is absolutely wonderful. It's one of those things where I expected him to have a musical number in that movie just because it's Jack Black. You don't cast him in a kids movie that could allow him to do something like that and not make it happen. It's like the Kung Fu Panda movies. He's the only reason I still care for that series. Like the writing team does a great job. He delivers his lines great and really puts emotion behind it. Where the hell am I supposed to meet people for this whole party thing or whatever? What is... Oh, bug. Okay. Not breakable. Okay, go all the way up. See if I can get there before it ends. It's like I got the letter. I'm excited to go. Alright. So this way, it's going to be the pier. This is the ugly temple, so just sitting further up. Okay, about halfway up. I looked at the map. Holy smokes, it's huge. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's tons of clouded off areas that I haven't discovered. No, it's a 1 250. It's long past. Damn it! I wanted to make it. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep exploring for a moment. I can always cut grass to make some money. Wait a minute. Oh, the hell? Oh, that's great. It scared of me. I thought it was a giant like monster ice cream cone or something. Dude, how did you not see the giant thing that just popped out of nowhere? This is the lake temple. They did a really great job with design. I really love just everything that they put into this. Still can't believe this game's still in early beta. Like, I really hope they don't outright ruin it by changing the art style too much. The Giant Chieftain. Okay. Okay, I've run into this giant geode before. Don't mind me, neighbor. I'm just rummaging through your trash. Try to buy food. Well, never mind. I'm not going to be able to buy food when you close it right in my face. Damn. The lake temples were a very tempting. Like, I can't wait for this to become a thing that I can deal with. Cause, woohoo! Nothing better than a grown man on a. I like that I fell. I kind of deserve trying to make that fun. Aw, I can't use the slides though. Oh, okay. That's where you get your fast travel. Okay. Well, I definitely need to make it a point to get through the cavern then. Wait, do we know each other yet? Alright, it's already 7. And for some reason for this farmer, it's super late. I'm not even going the right way, am I? That's the carpenters. Nope, wrong way too. Oh, is the fishing minigame just bad? I mean, is it Dreamlight Valley bad or just overall bad? Alright, I got some energy left so I can just try and get a lot of this out of the way. I mean, if the fishing is similar to Stardew Valley, I remember that being kind of an obnoxious little mechanic to learn. What, did I hit like a bonus streak here? I saw my health go way up. Ugh, I'm not looking forward to the fishing mini game then. I'm already not a fan of fishing mini games in most games. It's just never a fun activity for me. It's just so absolutely random. Alright, we'll call that a day. Let's throw this hay in there. Potatoes will grow eventually. Ah. Well, we got a catfish for some reason. Oh, that's just absolutely adorable. I went on Etsy, where it's when I ended up getting my avatar, but there's a bunch of people that do stuff like that, where I found one that they offer an entire like Pokemon themed emotes, layouts, and stuff like that, and I was just like, I love it, but at the same time, yeah. I don't want to get caught up with the whole theming my entire Twitch streams to just Pokemon. I kind of like the idea of the cat slimes because at least it allows me to just get the weirdest looking cat designs put into it. Human must come visit me. Understand you will after meet. How to heal island. Left your farm, my home. If confused, look at drawing I share. Huh. Alright. Damn, did I not water one of them? Wait, what's that? Ugh, stuff's in my way. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's sweet. You made him. Human. Oh, he looks so much better up close. Hurt only a little. That's fantastic. Yeah, I love how he gets. Well, you know what? If you think about it, we get scared of mice, tarantulas, stuff like that. We're 100 times bigger than those creatures, and yet we run like babies when we see one. I really love the art style here in this game. It's got so much like beautiful little detail to it. Like unnecessarily well done for what that was. It just zapped me. Oh, okay. Goodbye. That's gotta be somebody's catchphrase one day. Goodbye. Oh, if they would have pulled a Doctor Strange and just put that thing right in the middle of your forehead, it would have been creepy. But cool. Mythical Dream. But yeah, it is definitely an incredibly beautiful game. I absolutely love it. Oh. Sweet. Didn't even think that was a chest. I just thought it was a thing. But least of all a chest. Alright, let me grab these daffodils. Mm-hmm. I keep telling you, Taco is just so odd that he's always in that fountain. The cats are everywhere, but he's easily found there every time. Oh, we've met. Yes, Taco is absolutely adorbs. I'm gonna have to steal that name for a future pet. Then you got Rico Suave over here. Alright, can I buy food off of you just to save myself some time to making snacks? No. What about you? No. Damn it. I really wanted to just buy some tacos and it'd be funny to just keep them as a snack in my pack. What in the hell? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that dog now. Okay, you can buy food from the tavern. Mm, mm, mm. Ooh. You can offer certain items to Temple Hill Island. Oh, that's where you get the nest at the beach shack. I'm so glad I didn't get rid of all my hay. Okay, I got most of that. Cool. So where does your husband stream, by the way? Now you got my curiosity piqued because you made some great assets for his stream. Alright, let's visit the beach shack. That way we can get the net. The fish and sips. Ew. Alright. Basil pesto pasta. Oof. The pricey little items. Apple wine. Kombucha? Really? Really? God damn, what? Kombucha and what? Ah, so he does those kind of games. Okay. Ooh, a frosty beer. Okay. I think I'll stick to snacks while I'm broke as a joke right now. I was trying to stream the new God of War for a bit, and then I realized that while trying to stream and trying to keep track of comments in the chat, I kept getting my butt handed to me. Oh, here's more. Still. Ugh. Who are you? I'm back. Let me talk to you. Hey. Huh. Oh, the captain's son. What do you got? No, tell me what you got. Odd. Okay. Oh, you got me following you now. I've got your notifications on. Wait, I thought that was a staircase. Nope. What an odd place to put staircase. Okay, so something funny I realized. If you look at the cover art for the game, she's jumping out of the water, and the lower half of her body's not visible. Almost, it almost looks like a mermaid's like jumping out. It was weird, especially considering how unlikable she is as a person. Okay. The welcome gifts. um. Fishing or fun and ever exciting but catching? Way to not front load that question. Perfect. I'm just gonna go with this one. A fishing rod and a bug net. And sell your catch and donate them to the museum. They're going to need it. Of course I'd follow you. If I knew you were streaming from the minute we met, I would have followed you back then. You just didn't mention it, so I was just assumed that, because I wasn't streaming when I first started using Twitch, so I just assumed that unless people mention it, we're just all viewers. But if somebody mentions, oh yeah, I stream too, that's an auto follow for me. If you're supporting my stream, I support back. I mean, most of the time I'm working, but I'm also, like, I tell friends, I'm working, but I'm always lurking. Even if it means just turn on my browser and leave it on the background. Alright, it is now almost 4 o'clock. Might actually want to work on our farm today. Nope, not diving. I was only streaming on my day offs for a very long time, and then I just honestly figured if I'm already gonna sit and play my game, I might as well stream it. Not so much for the I need subscribers. It's just like I'm already playing, and if people want to come in and talk to me, that just makes the experience so much better for me. So it's not even like the whole I need to make a Twitch career out of it. It's like I just really like talking to people. Um, that's why I have my Discord. It's like people want to jump in the voice chat, they're welcome to. Especially because my butt doesn't catch the chats all the time. I tried to do TTS, but I could not control the volume on that thing, and it was driving people nuts. Oh, wrong one. I think that's like people who stream for fun. You can literally tell who when you watch streams. You can tell who's making like a whole career out of it. Who went off and bought the fanciest computer equipment they could get just to see if they could do it. And then you can tell who genuinely like streaming is their entire passion. As far as like the level of effort they put into it. If they are a VTuber, not so much the design of the character, but just the effort they put into the personality, the background story, all that stuff. It's kind of interesting to see. I used to do podcasts way back in the early 2000s and little bit of YouTube here and there. And I loved podcasting just because I would get together with friends and we just hand pick the craziest news we could find and discuss it. And I'm talking like weird news, like with the oh gosh, what was it? One of the actors who was in Power Rangers murdering somebody for a boat, and we were like, "What the hell? Like for a boat? What the hell?" So we like discussed just weird stuff like that, and it was just for fun. It was never like, or it didn't start as a we got to make a career. But then when we started picking up steam, we were being asked to do more stuff, including live events, and it's like, well, now we gotta take it more seriously. And that's kind of where the fun started to die out for me. It's like, oh, now it's kind of a job. Yeah, TTS pronunciation. I went on a friend's stream who they have a pretty good TTS program, and they've got good volume control on it and everything. They can even like modify when when it announces who's speaking. Mine just says geeky instead of the full name. And I typed up something in Spanish just for fun, and it did the most obvious, American accent trying to speak in Spanish, like "Hola, señorita." It's like, oh no, please stop, don't finish that sentence. Like this is just more offensive than it is funny. So it's interesting to see how TTS really doesn't work well outside of an English language. Or a friend of mine in his stream just a few hours ago was like, I guess he accidentally set his stream to in Spanish somehow. Or somebody asked him if he would, and he was like, wait, how do you stream in Spanish? And I had to type up, I was like, did you seriously just freaking ask, how do you stream in Spanish? I was like, how do you stream in English? Can you explain that one? And he's just like, I get what I said. I'm just wondering, like, what? Do you, like, speak Spanish the whole time? I was like, yes, that is streaming in Spanish, sir. Like, how do you think people around the world stream to each other? Like, English is not the end-all, be-all language of the world. It just happens to be one of the more popular languages. But it was just funny. How do you stream in Spanish? I'm not going to let him live that one down tomorrow night when he streams again. Just be like, hello, sir. Are we streaming in Spanish or in English today? Can you please explain the difference? Yeah, I'm trying to find out if that's an option. I've not seen software, or I've not heard of any reliable software But if I can find some, I'd be happy to do that myself. Hell, I've been meaning to display chat on the games, and I keep forgetting to change that up. And I thought I did this morning, but apparently it didn't take. Gotta love OBS. OBS. No, it's chat box right there. Okay, it is showing. Oh, I forget how much it wants to extend the entire screen. There we go. Oh, it's an extension? Okay, I'm going to look into that. Because I honestly... I'm not going to lie. I don't think I really thought about it until recently. Just because I'm getting so close to the affiliate program. And I really want to push for more inclusivity. That's why I use the tags I use. Because it's... I think you were here when somebody was in here talking about some stuff they were dealing with, and they were like, "I'm sorry for babbling." I was like, "No, it's a safe space. Like, if you feel like you need to get something off your chest, keep in mind you're, unloading on an entire, stream, not a private conversation. But I'm not gonna turn someone away if they feel like they need to just talk to somebody for a moment. And we're tired." Yeah, I know. Like YouTube's version of CC is not the most accurate. It's not unreasonably inaccurate, but it is not the best. Because you can manage it once you upload something and make corrections if you really feel like it. But when you're doing 2-3 hour streams and then you're downloading them or uploading them back to YouTube to try and oh no, I need that. It's just not realistic to say that you're gonna sit there and edit with CC on something for 2 hours. Okay, that's... You know what? I figured there was a reason we get along. My wife actually has a bachelor's in psychology. I almost received... let me see. I took a few courses in college. Not because it was my major, but just I genuinely have an interest in psychology. So I've always tried to be inclusive with people. I don't try and give like genuine like, oh, this is the way you have to deal. I try and be more like, well, maybe try and look at it this way or try and do that. Damn it with the crows. I keep forgetting to make the scarecrow. There's a T. Inventory's full, of course. I forgot. Silly me. Yeah, psychology. Honestly, psychology to me is one of those things that there is so much to genuinely appreciate of it. I mean, I know there's a dark history on it. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't have like a very shady past. Freud really, as much credit as it gets for a lot of the achievements a lot of the things that he brought to the field, so much of it has been just, disproven outright, and yet people continue to use his work as a basis for a lot of studies. Or the fact that homosexuality for the longest time was considered a disease, a mental disorder, sorry. So it's interesting to see the history, and it's interesting to analyze how far we've come, but how long it took to get to where we are. Yeah, Freud... Sigmund Freud gets the freaking same credit as Edison, when in reality, if you look into Edison was a complete fraud and stole everything he did. He stole patents. Essentially, he did invent some stuff, but he was not the genius that people give him credit to be. Tesla, on the other hand, was a genius, but the poor man had so many issues. That's a man that could have benefited from modern psychology, because dear Lord, the man married a pigeon. So it's like, yeah. Okay, some produce for sale. Oh, can I make my scarecrow now? Mm. Yeah, it's the average views. It's not a huge thing. I mean, honestly, the funny thing is, up until you and another user by the name of Pixie started coming in, I was always one chatter short of getting the community badge, which always made me laugh because I would have 5 or 6 people stop by and say hi, but because they were never at the exact same time, it would always register as just 3 or 4. But yeah, the average views is always it's the biggest hurdle. Excuse me, it's the biggest hurdle for everybody. But as I always tell my friends, like, I'm not in a rush. I genuinely, if I earn my views the right way, I feel more satisfaction than people saying, we're just gonna raid you for the next 7 days until you get it. And it's like, it's not genuine, because once the raids stop, you're you're a affiliate with 0 subscribers. Like, it makes no sense. And not that I don't appreciate their efforts, but it's one of those things where trying to cheat the system just to get a label basically on my account isn't going to do much for my self-esteem as far as, like, is the content worth following? Yeah, see, and for me, I have a lot of friends who just recently got affiliate, and I've been, for the longest time, been active in just sitting in on their streams and just, like I said, just lurking. Even if I'm working, I have the browser, I have them in the background. Sometimes I'll mute them because somebody else comes on and they need the same kind of help. And it's fine. It's not like I'm coming in with 10, 20 people. It's just me, and I'm genuinely enjoying their content and interacting with them. And that's kind of what I'm kind of building for. It's like, if people want to come in to genuinely be a part of it, then that means that the content I'm producing is worth coming in for. And it kind of sucks. Like, it used to be worse. So a friend of mine's been doing Twitch for quite a few years, and she said that when she started, it was a minimum of 5 average viewers per stream in a 30-day period. So it took her a bit to get through it. And even now with affiliate program and everything, trying to get partners, she says, is probably never going to happen, because that one just seems impossible. Which I don't disagree. You have to be really almost fully devoted to your streams to get to that level. And there is no way in hell that I'll ever stop working just to try and get to that point, because the completely depending on Twitch to as an income for me is unrealistic. I mean, they already halved everybody's income this past year when they decided no more 30% contracts. But now you have companies like YouTube and Facebook and even Kick, which I regrettably opened an account on them, who offer better payout, but they don't have the audience pool that Twitch does right now. And who knows? YouTube could possibly end up taking that over. That could always happen easily. But they're just as bad when it comes to even getting paid for ads. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you're not getting any revenue. And I've been on YouTube for years and was getting revenue for the longest time. Nothing huge, but I was barely over 100 subscribers when they made that change. And totally kicked me out of it. Yeah, it's the affiliate, the partner program is 75 viewers, and I think you have to have a certain amount of hours viewed on your channel or something. I can't remember. I haven't looked past that 75 viewers on average, because it just sounded so insane to me. It's like, yep, that's not going to happen. But I've got a few friends that are close, because most of their streams average about 40 to 50 people, which is great for them. I just don't foresee that, not in the way I stream or the amount of hours I can put in. Oh, I gotta go dump it in the temple before I forget. Got everything? No, I left the sap. Yeah, that sucks. If people aren't in for the views to see the ads or subscribe, it hits you hard. See, I needed that. I know I need that. I think I'm one short on that. Geode can stay, that can stay. These two can stay. What else was missing? I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it's kind of. I mean, one of the big points. Like, I follow Hassan Piker here on Twitch. One of his biggest arguments is that why does Twitch get to collect on subscriptions? They're coming to see your stream and you put out the content. They already make money off of bits and advertising, so it's not like if you're a lower level streamer that you're bringing in a lot of income as far as subscriptions. So the fact that they take a full half of that sounds unreasonable. And I agree, it's a bit unreasonable, but you're under their scrutiny, so it's not like you can do much about it. And I try to like rotate my Twitch Prime to people on the community, just because I can't really afford to be subscribing to everybody every month. So I try and do a here and there, and use a Twitch Prime as the one that rotates throughout my friends list. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would hope you're using it for your husband. Otherwise, you kind of have to explain why his your Prime subscription is going to somebody else. It's like, hey, honey, I love you, but dude, this other guy's really cracking me up this week. I was gonna say, I mean, if your husband really wants to try, over on Kick, it is a minimum of 75 followers and 5 hours streamed. So really, the biggest hurdle is to just try and pull people over to Kick, or within Kick, have people follow. What the heck? Am I only able to do a certain amount on a certain day, or is that enough? Oh, that was enough. So unlike Stardew Valley, you have options, not just you have to get so many fish. Yeah, on Kick, it's 5 hours streamed, 75 followers. It's why a lot of people left Twitch recently, especially bigger streamers, because they basically just pulled the community over, did a half day stream to like introduce everybody to the new community, and boom, they start getting paid. And they get paid, I think it's like 75% or 80%. It might be different. It might be more. But I know it was a lot more reasonable than what Twitch says. And the other thing with Kick, I know they allow gambling. So if your husband wanted to do like fantasy sports or poker and stuff like that, it's not shunned over there. They still have issues, mostly because they got stuck with Aiden Ross and he's been effing up that whole situation. But they quote unquote promise that they're gonna improve things as they go along. So it's new, it's rough, but so was Twitch at one point. So just tell him if he wants to try and look at it and see what he can, if he can benefit from it. Because what you can do is if you run Streamlabs, you can pay for their premium subscription service and stream to Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and I think Instagram and TikTok. I'm not 100% on that one, but it lets you do multiple ones, so you could genuinely just run a single stream and get it out to many people. So it's got its benefits. Okay. Oh, that's a big recycling machine. Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, if you guys want to try and do the multi streams, that some people find that beneficial. I've got some friends that they run their Twitch and their YouTube streams at the same time. And Streamlabs with their premium one, you basically just have two chat windows. Because you'll sometimes hear them referring to someone in chat, and that person doesn't exist on Twitch. Yeah, I got fast travel. I also got 8 o'clock, so it's time for sleepies. By the way, I did love that the quote-unquote gift of a TV, and my first comment was like, oh, thanks, a shitty old TV nobody wants. And what's her name goes, I know it's old and rickety. It's like, oh my god, you read my mind. It's like, damn it, you shouldn't have done that. I kind of figured that it changes as you unlock more, because I did level up earlier and got more energy. Oh, fertilizer, cool. And let him. By the way, let him know that if he wants to stream on YouTube, there's no membership requirements. Like you don't have to have a certain amount of subscribers. You do have access to live once you've been on there. I think as long as you've had a YouTube account. That's another outlet I'm looking at. Like I'm debating on if it's worth upgrading to doing YouTube as well. I'm just trying to like balance out that I think it's like $12 or $14 a month for Streamlabs Premium. Like it's not terrible if you already have subscribers on one end. So I would say that like there's some benefits and there are some losses, but if you're really making an income off of it, at one point you have to start filing tax returns anyways every quarter. So there's always the that being a monthly business expense write-off. So by the way, girl, what do you stream? Since your husband does the Assassin's Creed and stuff, which I finished the recent 3 titles of that. I'm looking forward to the Japan one so much. Because I cannot wait to actually play a proper ninja in Assassin's Creed. Oh, Valhalla. I absolutely love Valhalla. I will say that they really did a great job of progressing the quality in that trilogy. And Valhalla really just magnum opus between them all. I didn't stick to the what do you call it, the split gender part of it, because I wanted consistency across the character, but I will say that the customization options, the clothing options, the romance options, all of it just really, oh, I was so torn between uh what's her name, your brother's wife, when she becomes interested. It's like I'm kind of dating the Huntress, and she's pretty interesting and fun, and damn. Oh, I have not gotten my hands on Hogwarts Legacy, and I know people were telling me not to because of all the controversies, but honestly, it was like I don't really care. I'm not big enough of a channel for anybody to even bat an eye at, especially over controversy. Um, but yeah, I'm very much interested in streaming that one. Especially with just I love just Harry Potter in general. I wish I could go to Universal Studios because I want to try butterbeer and I want to get my own wand. Just for collector's purposes alone. I've heard really good things about it. I mean, the damn game sold like crazy. Oh, is my inventory full again? Yep. I don't have the empty slot to make any snacks. No, that stays. That goes. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, I've had this discussion with people when things with rolling started popping off. That for me, the books, the stories are an experience I've had. It's no longer I no longer see it as dependent of her for me to enjoy. Like the story's out there, the 7 books are there, and I'm free to enjoy them as much as I want. Anything else that comes about it at this point, she has some to no involvement whatsoever. I mean, let's face it, the woman is just sitting at home collecting checks at this point. She's gonna be who she is, and if nobody can change her mind, then that's who she is. No, it's not sometimes they stink. Depending on your perspective, they always stink. Opinions and buttholes are absolutely useless except for throwing shit out. I mean, people. I was doing a cross stream with someone, and they brought up how the whole pronouns thing is really getting annoying to them because there's just so many of them and so many ways that people identify. And I said, yeah, I mean, I can understand your perspective. I don't agree with it, but society does swing hard one way and then swings back the other way, and eventually an in between comes around and we plateau on it. You know, meaning just give it time, things will settle, and it won't be that bad as you think. You'll get used to it, or people will forget about certain aspects. And I think they grasped it. I think they understood it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't expect anyone to take anything anybody else says contrary to what they believe and go, oh yeah, I've been completely wrong this whole time. It's more the, maybe. And that's where the stink comes in. The stink is I think I smell a fart. I'm not sure. Did somebody fart in here? So that's where how I look at it. It's like, you can give me your opinion. I may agree with it and go, oh, it smells really fresh, like fresh linen right out of the dryer in here. Or you can give me an opinion and I can just kind of go, something's spoiled in here. Did you rip ass in here? But people a lot of the times do the complete opposite. You tell them a different opinion and suddenly you shit yourself. Like, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. I just call everyone fuckers. I've actually been trying to use the they, them terms for everyone in general, just to keep it, as I call it, just plateau on it. Like, here's my approach. I don't need to, accidentally offend one person versus the other, or come off like I'm intentionally doing something. It's like, they, them, and if that doesn't work, then I really don't know what else to offer. Yeah, I'm trying, exactly. I mean, like, I have a few friends that are trans. I have a friend who's non-binary. I knew them as she years before, and every once in a while I slip up, and they understand. But I always say, like, hey, I'm really sorry. It's old man status still, because we're 20 years apart in age. So I always tell them, I'm an old man who got used to his ways, and I'm trying really hard to turn around. I am lost, and the GPS is not working all that great. Okay, so he's going to pay me for better crops. All right. And I think I've told you, like, my family, we're very LGBTQ positive here, and I think I genuinely will admit that when my daughter called me out when because I already knew trans people prior to Caitlyn Jenner kind of throwing it into public view. And so I was already comfortable and accepting of that. But then when I found out about non-binary, I will genuinely own it that I kind of went, the fuck? What do you mean you're not one or the other? And my daughter was like, how is that funny to you? I'm like, and I stopped and said, it's funny because I don't fucking understand it. That is the honest truth. Like, it is so out there for me right now that mentally I cannot grasp it. And so it's making me chuckle because I'm just absolutely flabbergasted. It took me like a couple of weeks to finally go, okay, I think I get it. None of my damn business, and I should just accept that that's who somebody will identify as. And she just looked at me and went, That's probably the best way to look at it. It's none of your damn business what they identify as. Just respect it. It's like, yep, that's going to be my approach. Yeah, I have a friend. His name's Alex. I'm casually met him when he identified as she, so I had no problem referring to Alex as him. His husband, on the other hand, I met them as Kim many, 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 many years prior. And it took me a while to understand that anytime I would ask about, hey, so how's Kim doing? That I was kind of being disrespectful by not saying, hey, how's your husband? Or how's Matt? But again, it was one of those things where I told him, like, hey, I'm really sorry. It's not intentional. But when you know someone for like half a decade, it takes a little bit of time to get your brain to kind of register, like, hey, that's not okay anymore. And some people are accepting of that, and some people, unfortunately, like many other reactions, will swing hard the other way. Because that's like the one thing I don't think people understand, is that it doesn't matter which side of the political or the argument or anything, everybody swings hard in each direction. And some people have grown enough sense to not swing that hard and not take it so to heart, and others I don't think have the capacity. I think some people just genuinely like to be the center of the argument or the drama, and if that's their thing, that's their thing. Oh, that's a cute name. I like Riley. Yeah, no, it makes sense though. Like you said, you grew up with them and you knew them as a certain person, but I mean, as I've always been told by my friends, it doesn't change who they are as a person, but it's the person they truly feel they are. And it's like when so funny story. My oldest daughter, when she came out to us as bisexual, she was so casual about it to me that it didn't register that she came out to me. Because I was literally watching TV in the living room. I'm by myself. I'm just sitting there binging a show, and my daughter walks up and she's getting ready for bed. So I'm thinking like, oh, she's gonna come in and give me a kiss and a hug goodnight. She comes in, she gives me the biggest hug ever, gives me a huge smooch on the cheek. And I was like, oh, thank you, sweetheart. And she's like, no problem, Dad. By the way, I'm bi. And I said, okay, bye, honey. And then she just kind of smiled at me and like waved and walked away. Then it registered a few moments later. I texted my wife and I said, just to verify before I go acting like an idiot, did my daughter just come out to me and said she's bi? My wife replies, oh yeah, she told me yesterday. I'm like, what the hell? Why am I just hearing about it today? She's like, oh, she forgot to mention it. Like, oh. And so I made the joke because we were watching this show way back when the son came out as gay and he had to tell his grandma. They gave the grandma a gay cake to celebrate. And so I said to my wife, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, I'm happy for her, but where's my gay cake? And she's like, you don't get a gay cake for your daughter coming out. I said, no, we saw it on that TV show. I should get a gay cake. Can I get at least a gay cupcake? And she's like, okay, cool. Where's my gay cupcake? And I'm like, well, ask your daughter. That's what I'm asking you. She's like, no. You're not straight. Where's my gay cupcake for you? And I was like, oh, well, I mean, it's just like, yeah. Make excuses. So you want a gay cupcake from your daughter, but you don't give one out to anybody else. So, when my younger daughter, the one like younger than her, at one point, we were joking. And I said, okay, so your older sister's lesbian. Totally cool. We agree. Girls are hot. What about you, kid? Where do you swing on the spectrum of, sexual preferences? And she just throws me a peace sign. And I said, are you telling me to peace out like a nice F off or what? She's like, no, homie, it's a deuces. As in, I go both ways. I don't care. And I was just like, what happened to let's sit down as a family. let's discuss this and let you know I'm gay. And my wife's like, what the fuck is this, the 90s? I'm like, it would help me understand better when my children come out to me and say, by the way, I'm gay, by the way, I'm bisexual. If we just sat down and talked about it versus freaking code. Like, this is like gang signs being thrown at me to say, by the way, Dad, I'm a lesbian. It's like, what? It's like, I'm throwing out the big L, Dad. It's like, call me a loser? It's like, no, she's a lesbian. It's like, goddamn, just say it. So that's been our family history. Thankfully, my son, who's 9 years old, has grown up with a gay sister. Grew up with a sister who was engaged to her girlfriend, and they have 2 kids together. And so for me, it's one of those like, thank God I don't have to have this talk with my son about discussing what gay is. Oh, that's wonderful. You know what? Honestly, it's like the one thing I tell parents who, concern themselves are like, what am I gonna do if my kid comes out? It's like, nothing. You're gonna continue loving your child. You're going to continue protecting them and trying to guide them the best way you can, and try and hope that the things you have taught them and the things that you showed them in life have stuck, and they understand what is good for them and what's not. And that's it. You're raising an adult. You're not raising a child. And if they decide that they can come out to you, congratulate them. Give yourself a big fat pat on the back because you raised someone that felt confident enough to tell you in the first place. Yeah, see, for me, that took me, and I'm going to be bluntly honest, that took me 30 years to admit it to myself. In my 20s, I did the whole, like, experimental thing, like, oh, yeah, I'm not gay. I can't be gay. I like girls. I mean, I'm totally into girls. It's just, once in a while, why not? It took me to my 30s to finally sit down and go, I'm bi. I am definitely bi. Eventually realized I'm actually pan, but regardless, it took me so long, and it was long after my parents were both gone, so it's like I never got to tell them. So it's one of those things where I'm happy for you that your son felt comfortable enough to say it, because so many kids don't have that opportunity. And a lot of parents waste it. Like they throw that opportunity out the window and act like their child did something wrong, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to assume red state by what you're saying. Like I'm over in Washington, but the town I'm in is super red. But surprisingly, oh yeah, you're in super red state. But surprisingly, for as red as my city is, or my county, and very, very religious, all the kids from my kids' generations that graduated high school a couple of years ago are all LGBTQ, all left the city because they wanted to go to college where they could be themselves, and some came back with their parents accepting the fact that their children are not children anymore and they just kind of have to live with it. And others have to do the whole, my parents are cool with it, but everybody else in the family needs to be kept out of it because they're not cool with it. So it was just funny to see how that works out. All right, girl. Well, I'm calling it a night. It's almost midnight for me, and I've got work in the morning. I got to drop my kid off at school. But if you're up in the morning, I will be on my usual schedule. That's right. You mentioned you were from Vermont, so it's like a black and white situation for you. But yeah, love having you on tonight with me. I definitely will hopefully catch one of your streams in exchange. Let your husband know that if he starts streaming, or send me his login, and I'll give him a follow as well. And I'll try and catch his streams as well. Hopefully, I'll catch you tomorrow. Give me a holler if you want to chat at any point tomorrow while I'm working. My Twitter, my Discord, all my trash is on the on the on the account. So yeah, let me give him a follow while I have you on here. I got a window open. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm really enjoying this game. I'm glad you're playing it too, because at least I have someone who is also experiencing similar. Although you jump way ahead of me. Missed, 20 days into the year. Oh, come on, search functions work. Is his logo a red one with the looks like a PS2 controller or PS3? Okay, so let him know I'm giving him a follow. You know what? If you can't make it, you can't make it. No, no hard feelings, obviously here. But like I said, I got your notifications on from my side. So if you decide to jump on at any point, I'll get a notification, and I'll tune in and make you jump through the comments section the way I do with you. All right, you have a wonderful night. Let me see if there's anybody on that's worth the fun. Let me throw in the fun Snorlax theme here. You have a wonderful night. Again, love having you on with me. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, Thursday, Friday as well.